guess what are some of the misconceptions around autism that you've experienced?
Well, people just seem to withdraw because they can't put a handle really onto it, if I can say it that way. They just don't quite, they withdraw because they can't sort of talk to them because they feel uncomfortable, because they just simply don't know what autism is. So they'd rather just shy away, and of course that also is not good for the kid too, because the kid actually senses that as well and withdraws as well. So we're trying to also break that down to, like you said, that to actually get sort of like a name tag that we're normal, we're okay, we just need to bridge a few things as we go through. But it is, it's very challenging, as she says. People do withdraw. It's just a normal human reaction from anything that's not sort of normal. So it's quite it's an extreme challenge. Since I've been with autism, I've known a lot, and once you understand it, you can deal with it a lot better. You can actually interact and pick up the vibes of what you can and cannot do, and you can actually play on the ones that they actually like. You can say, it's a learning curve.
Yeah. Janine, what are some misconceptions you've seen that people have when it comes to your son?
Well, he's sort of, people on the higher end of the spectrum, they get quite a bad rap because they are verbal, but they socially don't interact well. So, we've had terrible, comments. Out of respect for him, I won't mention it. They've been said to him. He's been emotionally bullied since he was young because he didn't fit the mold. And then as he went into adolescence, the kids are even less accepting. And so there was a lot of emotional bullying going on. And so often the wheels come off in adolescence because people are much less accepting. And there's also avoidance as well, not only of the person who's got autism, but also the whole family. And so it's a whole family challenge. And it is heartbreaking to see your child not fitting in, not so much not fitting in, but not being accepted, because that's your child.
Part of it.
That's your child that you love. You want them to have friends. You want them to be accepted. So for a parent with an autistic child, whether on the lower end or the higher end, it's very heartbreaking to see that.
Sure. I'd also like to mention that everybody that, and I really mean this, that I can speak to anybody. They know somebody with autism. That's how big it is. I mean, I had a friend, still got a friend in East London, and he's got a child with autism I didn't know of. So everybody knows somebody with autism. That's huge. I mean, you don't. So somebody knows about autism, but we just don't seem to bridge it. We don't seem to actually get into really making a difference. But you try, and that's all you can do, and just get people aware of that these things. This is out there, and so this is a big autism thing.
Is there a stigma associated with autism, in your opinion?
Definitely. As I say, a lot of people think it's a disease, it's contagious, and some people will say, well, the person's possessed, or they need to be cleansed, or their ancestors did something really wrong, or the mother didn't do the right thing in pregnancy, or didn't bond with the child. And also they say, well, it's bad parenting. I know a lot of people, included. Why don't you just, give the child a smack, discipline the child? And a lot of his behaviour is not being naughty; it's him trying to interact with the world that he's in. And a lot of behaviour which looks bad for autistic people, it's not bad. It's them trying to sort of survive in their world. A lot of things that people just take for granted, like reading facial cues, they find it's difficult for them. Just pronouncing words and communicating. That's not easy, and so all the sensory overloads that they experience. So a lot of tantrums or meltdowns or bad behaviour are not bad behaviour, and it's not bad parenting. So